Day 1 felt like a new beginning. Day 4 felt like a chore. Day 11, I almost quit. But something happened around day 19 that I didn't expect. Not motivation, not discipline. Something quieter than that, and more permanent. Here's what 30 days of the same 5 habits actually did. Not what the productivity gurus promise. What actually happened. Most habit content sells you the highlight reel, the cold shower at 5 a.m., the perfectly organized journal, the person who transformed their life in 21 days. What they skip is day 4, when nothing feels different. Day 9, when you're tired and the habit feels pointless. Day 14, when you wonder if any of this is actually working. That gap between starting and seeing results is where most people disappear. These are the 5 habits I chose, why I chose them, and what the 30 days actually looked like from the inside. 5 habits. 1 rule. Do each one every day. No exceptions. No tracking apps. No streaks. No rewards. Just do the thing. The 5. Cold water on the face immediately after waking. 10 minutes of reading. Physical book. No screen. A 3-sentence journal entry. A 20-minute walk with no phone. 1 small financial action. Even just checking 1 number. Simple. Unglamorous. Deliberate. Cold water on the face, not a cold shower, not an ice bath. 30 seconds at the sink, cold tap running. Why this one? The trigeminal nerve, which runs across your face, connects directly to your brainstem. Cold water activates it immediately. Heart rate drops slightly. Alertness spikes. The fogginess that follows most people for the first hour of their day gets cut in half. What actually happened over 30 days? The first week felt like nothing. By week 2, I noticed I was making decisions earlier in the day. Not bigger decisions, faster ones. Less time staring at options wondering which to pick. The cognitive neuroscience term for this is decision latency. Cold exposure in the morning appears to reduce it. Not dramatically, but consistently. Week 4, I stopped noticing it was cold. The habit had become the baseline. That's when you know something has shifted. Habit 2 is the one most people underestimate. 10 minutes. Physical book. Before any screen. The research here is straightforward. Reading on paper increases comprehension and retention compared to reading on a screen by 20 to 30% across multiple peer-reviewed studies. But the more important effect is neurological. Reading linear text, following a single argument from beginning to end, trains a part of your cognition that fragmented scrolling actively degrades. Deep reading, sustained focus, single-thread thinking. In a world that rewards switching between 7 things at once, the ability to follow one thought deeply is becoming rare. And rare things become valuable. What happened over 30 days? By week 3, I noticed I was holding longer thoughts in meetings, not getting pulled off track as easily, finishing one thing before moving to the next without the usual friction. Small change, different brain. 3 sentences. Every morning, what I'm thinking about, what I want to accomplish, what I'm avoiding. That last one matters most. Avoidance is where most financial and personal decisions go wrong. The invoice you haven't sent, the savings account you haven't opened, the conversation you've been putting off for 3 weeks. Writing what you're avoiding forces your prefrontal cortex to acknowledge it directly. Once it's written, it stops cycling in the background, consuming energy. Psychologists call this the Duhigg effect. Incomplete tasks occupy working memory until they're either completed or intentionally set aside. 3 sentences gives you a place to set things aside. What happened over 30 days? By week 2, I was completing things faster, not because I had more time, but because fewer things were running silently in the background. One financial action came directly from this habit. On day 12, I wrote, "I keep ignoring my subscription list." 2 days later, I canceled 4 of them. $67 a month back from a single sentence. Habit 4 is the one with the most resistance and the clearest ROI. 20 minutes. Outside. Phone left behind. This is the habit most people resist hardest. Not because 20 minutes is hard to find, because being unreachable for 20 minutes feels wrong. That discomfort is worth paying attention to. The default mode network, the brain's rest and consolidation system, activates during unfocused, low-stimulation movement. This is when the brain processes experience, connects ideas, and surfaces solutions to problems you've been pushing against. Every significant insight in the 30 days came during or immediately after the walk. Not during reading, not during journaling, during the walk. Week 3 insight. I had been overcomplicating a decision I'd been turning over for 2 weeks. 15 minutes into a walk, the answer was obvious. Not because I thought about it harder, because I stopped. The walk isn't recovery time. It's when your brain does its best work. One small financial action, every day. Not investing $500, not building a budget from scratch. One thing takes under 5 minutes. Day 1, checked my account balance and wrote the number down. Day 3, looked up the interest rate on my savings account. Day 7, compared 2 options I'd been putting off for a month. Day 15, set up an automatic transfer for $25. Day 22, canceled a subscription I'd forgotten about. Day 29, read 1 page of a personal finance book. The point isn't the action. The point is the relationship with money that builds when you touch it deliberately every single day instead of avoiding it. Financial anxiety decreases in direct proportion to how often you look at your finances, not because the numbers get better immediately, because avoidance is what creates the anxiety. Looking removes it. Day 19 is when something shifted, not motivation. Motivation had come and gone several times by then. Something more structural. The habit stopped requiring a decision. I didn't decide to journal on day 19. I just did it, the same way you don't decide to brush your teeth. Behavioral scientists call this automaticity, the point where a behavior no longer competes for cognitive resources. It just runs. And when 5 behaviors run automatically, the cognitive bandwidth they free up goes somewhere. For me, it went into clearer thinking, faster decisions, and a measurably better relationship with money. Not because the habits are magic, because consistency compresses time. 30 days of small, deliberate actions does more than most people accomplish in 6 months of occasional effort. 30 days, 5 habits. Here's what was real. Cold water. Reduced decision latency. The effect is subtle and builds slowly. 10 minutes of reading. Rebuilt sustained focus in a world that's actively destroying it. 3-sentence journal. Cleared the mental background noise and surfaced $167 monthly saving. 20-minute walk. Generated more useful insights than any other habit combined. 1 financial micro-action. Changed the relationship with money from avoidance to engagement. None of these are difficult. The difficult part is day 4 and day 11. Getting through those 2 days is the entire game. One question before you go. Which of these 5 habits would be the hardest for you to stick to, and why? Leave it in the comments. Genuine answers only. I read through them. If this gave you something useful, subscribe to Calm Gains Lab. 1 idea every week. Money, habits, or mindset.